I would say it's over. The red flags that you guys have seen, you know, it's true. The thing about it is, any cult leader that's out there, a cult leader, you think about Jim Jones, some of them, you're always going to have 200, 300 people that's going to keep believing. You know, David prayed on a lot of people that mental illness, people that maybe, I'm not trying to be mean, but just that had weak people. I remember one time I went to his house with my 2 boys. We spent a couple days there in St. Louis, and I looked in the bathroom and some of his books. He had some of Jim Jones books. I didn't think nothing of it at the time, but now I look back on it. You know, and I thank God that he didn't offer Kool-Aid, because at that time I probably would have drank the Kool-Aid. I'm just saying, your mind gets so. This guy was just trying to convince you, and he did convince so many people that he is best friends with Jesus. It's not even biblical. How can and
he healed a whole church or a whole hospital. Was that that was in your book about how he drove by a hospital and prayed, and then all of a sudden maybe it was healed?
So this is what this guy does. He thinks anything he says, everybody's gonna believe it. Like, he can just say whatever he wants, you know. So he had all these crutches and wheelchairs on the platform, and so I'm surprised I stayed around 16 months, because I was questioning things like that. Because I would be at his meeting. I said, "You have all these wheelchairs and up on the platform. I've not seen anybody walk out of them." He goes, "Vicki, it builds faith. We just do it because it builds faith." Only miracle I saw was, and I don't know if it was set up, was he had this guy come up there and he got his taste buds back or something. It was just something just so like, try this mint, try that. I was like, okay. And I'm on the front row trying to be, I was like, this is corny. But, you know, I don't know, I just, at the point that I decided it's over was when a lady, I'm not gonna mention her name, she reached out to me and she says, "Vicki, this is what she's a big part of it. And if you're watching, you know who you are." She says, "Vicki, I know you're a part of this ministry, because I know I see you come and sing, but I need you to help me. I'm in a relationship with David Taylor." And I played dumb, like, "Oh, really?" You know, she says, "Yeah." She sent me a picture of her and him. Of course, I call his phone, he don't answer. I call Michelle, they don't answer. I send them the picture. They say she photoshopped it. She's lying. Well, you know, you got to watch. When David's in this level of, you know, with Jesus, people's gonna, you know, want to make up stuff about him and relationship and things. And then somebody else, he sent me a text, David did, and it had another lady's name that works there it's part of the ministry, and it had her name on there. I confirmed. So then I knew. So the day I exposed him, the day he started telling everybody that, you know, I lied. I got in the mail, it was for Christmas, he mailed me $900 Louis Vuitton shoes. And it said, "Love you," and everything. And he's telling, I couldn't help but post on social media, because this guy's telling everybody we were never in a relationship. And then when I posted the pictures of him and I together, you see them, he said, she photoshopped them. I got more people saying, "Vicki, you can go into business, because honey, those were really, really, really good," you know.
How does it feel to see these charges and to share your voice?
I'm so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I told myself, don't cry, talk slow, don't cry. But I honestly kept believing. There's a song that says, "Keep believing in what you know is true. Keep believing. You know the Lord will see you through. When troubles rise in your life and you don't know what to do, keep believing." And that's all I've done. I kept believing. I kept them out of my mind. One thing I've learned through all of this is to keep my eyes on Jesus.